Good morning, everyone. My name is Riya Chaudhary. I'm pursuing my B.Ed from AGS College of Education, Boise. Right now, I am in second year B.Ed in semester third. So today, my video is on the topic called Decimal Dynamics, Mastering Addition and Subtraction. So, here, through the topic, we get an idea that this video is on decimal numbers, and in that, we'll be studying about the addition and subtraction of decimal numbers. So, first, we'll go through the history of the decimals. This picture over here is the one who have first introduced the concept of decimal, and his name is Al-Uqilidisi. He was a 10th century Arab mathematician who proved a system for decimal fraction. He published a pamphlet titled The Tenth, where he explained how decimals could be used in everyday calculations. So, this is a small history of the decimals where we get to know about the one who has first introduced the concept of decimal, the book he have published related to this topic, and what the book is being explained about. Next, we go to the introduction of the topic, that is the definition. Decimals represents fractions or parts of a whole using a dot to separate the whole number from the fractional part. Second, the place value system continues after the decimal with tenths, hundredths, and so on. Third, decimals are commonly used in everyday life, such as money and measurements. Fourth, understanding the decimals help in comparing, adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing the values. So here, from this part, the diagram shown over here, we can understand that a decimal represents what, or how you can say what is a decimal. Decimal is a combination of whole number part, decimal part, along with a dot, which is called a decimal point. Now, here is an example, that is a figure in the first one. In the figure given here, the decimal point separates the whole number 42 and the fractional part 85 upon 100. So this point is said to be as a decimal point, and it is subtracting the number into two parts. One is said to be a whole and another is said to be as a decimal. And in words, how are you going to be write as it as 42.85. There is another example which has been explained that the whole number is on the left side of the decimal point and the fractional part is on the right side of the decimal point. Decimal point makes it simple to read a decimal number. Without a decimal point, it is not a decimal number. Then, reading the decimal as point. So here in this method, the whole part is read as is. The decimal point is read as point. Then the fractional part is read as individual digits. So for example, the number 258.16 is read as 258.16. So here, through this number, we get to understand that the whole part is being read as together. as we usually pronounce the given number. When there is a point, after the point to the right hand side, the fractional part, there we read each digit individually. There is some more examples given below. First, 56.01 is read as 56.01. So here you understand that the whole part is read together. Then a point comes, and to the right hand side, the numbers are read individually. Second example, 0.01 is read as 0.01. Third, 123.89 is read as 123.89. Now, there's another topic after the introduction of the decimal number. The new topic is decimal place value chart. So, decimal place value chart, what does it do? It shows the place value of decimal numbers. So, through this, we know that the place value is the numerical value represented by a digit in a number. So, therefore, just like the other place value charts, decimal place value charts are used to identify the correct position of all the digits in a decimal number. So this chart indicates the place value of the digits that are given before the decimal point and after the decimal point. So what we get to know that the place value after the decimal point represents the fractional part of the number. So there is an example mentioned here that the number 0.56 is made up of 5, which is at 10th position, and 6, which is at 100th position. So this can be written as 0.56 is equals to 0.5 plus 0.06, and in other words, it means 5 upon 10 plus 6 upon 100, which is in expanded form. We are writing the given question, a given example. Besides this written part, there is a chart mentioned over here. There is a decimal point. To the left of your decimal point, there is a whole number part. Towards the right side of the decimal point, it is a fractional part. So here is an example. That first example is write the place values of all the digits in the given number. The number is 673.285. The solution is using the decimal place value chart, we can write the place values of all the numbers, correct? 6 comes under the hundreds column, therefore the place value of 6 is 600 or 6 into 100, which is 600. 7 comes under the tens column, therefore the place value of 7 is 7 tenths, or you can say 70. 3 comes under the ones column, therefore the place value of 3 is 3 ones or 3. 2 comes under the 10th column, therefore the place value of 2 is 2 tenths or 2 upon 10 or 0.2. 5 comes under the hundredths column, therefore the place value of 5 is 500th or 0.05. 8 comes under the thousand column, therefore the place value of 8 is 8000, which is 0.008. Then there is another example. Find the place value of 4 and 8 in the given decimal number. The number is 47.83. So if we refer to the decimal place value chart, then we see that 4 comes under the tens place. So its place value is 4 tenths or 40. Let's check the place value of 8. We can see that the 8 comes under the 10th column. Therefore, the place value of 8 is 8 tenth, which means 8 upon 10 or 0.8. Example 3. which is 3.476, where 3 comes at 1 place, 4 comes at 10th place, 7 comes at 100th place, 6 comes at 1000th place. Now example 4, 58.192, where 5 is at 10th place, 8 is at 1's place. 1 is at 10th place, 9 is at 100th place, and 2 is at 1000th place. Now here comes the adding and subtracting of decimal numbers. Before this slide, we have, I hope so you all understood about the place value of the given decimal number with the help of decimal place value chart. So now we'll move on to the next topic, which is adding and subtracting of decimal number. So here, adding and subtracting decimal is the same as the addition and subtraction of whole numbers. Keeping in mind that the decimal point needs to be in place, which is very must. The length of the decimal numbers can be adjusted by adding or removing zeros from the decimal part. The numbers need to be written in columns according to their place values before and after the decimal point. So here there is one example of both addition and subtraction. You can see same question, different answers, because in one we are adding and in the another one we are subtracting. See, make sure that the decimal point is in one line only. Now here, addition of decimals. The addition of decimal is done by starting from the right hand side and then we move to the left, adding each columns. So for example, let us add 12.5 plus 14.9 using the following steps. Step 1, write the numbers one below the other such that they are aligned as per their place values and the decimal point is placed one below the other. Now step 2, now add the decimal numbers to get the sum. In this case, 12.5 plus 14.9 gives you answer 27.4. So here we understand very well that the point should be aligned in one line. You start adding from the right hand side and move to the left hand side. There is another example here. Add the 5 different decimal numbers. If there is requirement of 0, do add numbers of 0. If you feel like to remove the zeros from the decimal part at the end, you can remove those zeros too. Then comes subtraction of decimal. So here, the subtraction of decimal is done in the same way as the subtraction of whole numbers. We just need to write the numbers correctly. So according to their place values, let us understand this with the help of example given below. So here there is an example that subtract the given decimal, which is 15.8 is subtracted from 2.7. Solution, let us subtract these decimals using the following step. Step 1, write the numbers one below the other such that the larger number is on the top and the smaller number is written below it. Now subtract the decimal numbers. Starting from the 10th column, moving on to the ones column, and then the tens column. Copy the decimal as it comes. In this case, 15.8 is subtracted by 2.7 gives you answer 13.1. Please make sure you put the decimal point in the final answer and properly subtract the given question. So, I hope so. You understood the topic, which is called adding and subtracting of decimal numbers. See, addition and subtraction is very simple. Just you need to do the as usual, you subtract and add. Just one important thing is everything is aligned properly. All the decimal points is in one single line, and in the main answer do put the decimal point. So here I hope so in the conclusion, understanding the decimal numbers and their operation is essential in both academic and real world contexts. The place value chart serves as a foundational tool that helps learner visualize the significance of each digit in a decimal number, enhancing their numerical literacy. Mastering addition and subtraction of decimal numbers enables individuals to perform critical calculations in everyday situations, such as managing finances, measuring distances, and cooking. So these skills are particularly important in professions that require precise measurements and calculation, such as engineering, finance, and science. So ultimately, a solid grasp of decimal numbers empowers the students to apply mathematical concepts confidently in various aspects of their daily life. So, with this, I conclude my topic, and I would like to be very thankful for each and every one who are listening to me, looking to my videos, and I hope so you understood the topic very well. The topic was about decimal dynamics, mastering addition and subtraction. So just I recap once again. So my topic was decimal dynamics, mastering addition and subtraction. Here we have gone through with the different slides. First was about the history of the decimals. So it was first introduced by Al-Qilidisi, and then he published a book which is titled as The 10th, where he explained how decimal could be used in everyday calculations. Then we went through the introduction of the decimals, where we saw the definition of decimal, how a decimal number is represented. It is a combination of three parts. One is called whole part, a decimal point, and a decimal part. There are a few examples of understanding how you can read and write in words the given decimal number. Then we went through the topic called decimal place value chart, understanding how you can place the different decimal number at different places. So there were a few examples we went through. Then the main topic comes, that is adding and subtracting of decimal numbers. With the help of examples, we understood the steps which can help us to derive our required answers. And I hope so you liked the video. Please subscribe, share my video. Thank you once again, everyone.